This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. We are live. Let's get started. Well, it was a star-studded night at the People's Choice Awards in LA. Comedian Kevin Hart made his first public appearance since surviving a serious car crash in September. He received the People's Choice Award for Best Comedy Act last night. He also got a standing ovation. Here's what he had to say.
First and foremost, man, thank God, because I definitely don't have to be here. Being that I am, it makes me appreciate life even more. It makes me appreciate the things that really matter. Family. I want to thank my wife, my kids, who really stepped up to the plate for me.
Jennifer Aniston also had a big night. She won Comedy Movie of 2019 with Adam Sandler for Murder Mystery. She also snagged the People's Icon of the Year award. She gave a shout out to some old friends. Check it out.
If I have any claim to this word icon, it's only because I was able to be on an iconic show. I mean, Friends was truly, it was the gift of a lifetime, and I would not be standing up here without that amazing show, without those amazing 5 other actors, and with an audience who stuck with us for a decade.
I love her, but I'm so over award shows, especially this one. This one I lasted about 15 minutes. It was horrendous. Horrendous.
Whoa, wait, why? I mean, because you rarely say that. That's more of an outline.
Again, it just felt so patting one another on the back.
Self-aggrandizing.
Yes, I'm really starting to get sick of it.
So what do you think award show does it right? If you had to pick one, because I feel like we kind of represent America, and every time we do these.
Golden Globes. You got the accolade of like real critically acclaimed films, TV shows, everything's combined underneath one umbrella, and they have fun. They let their hair down.
They drink. Well, they're hammered.
Yeah.
that's one way to put it.
One part in here that I just read about, because I did turn it off. I'll be 100 with you. But I guess the Kardashians won Best Reality Show, and Khloe won Best Reality Star. They all go up there, and Kim accepted the award because they didn't hear it right. And Khloe's so used to taking a back seat to Kim, she kind of went back, and then Kim went right up to the microphone. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And then all the fans chimed in being like, you didn't win, Kim. Khloe won. I wish I would have seen that.
It's like Zoolander when he goes
I wish I would have seen that. But you found a little like Easter egg.
Well, no, it wasn't an Easter. I just didn't know who anybody was, to be honest with you. I watched it because marriage is about compromise.
That's
and I
right.
watch football all day, so I had to watch these stupid awards at night. And I didn't know who a lot of people were, but this kid goes up there. See if you could tell me who this is, Tori. Look at his face. He's a younger actor, okay? We're going to play his. By the way, his speech was amazing, so I knew he was somebody. Watch.
To some of the other newcomers in this category, specifically DiCaprio and Pitt, just keep your heads up. Don't let this dishearten you. You guys are going to be here one day. The 3 of us, we've had this competition for a long time, but apparently this is my year.
His shirt's horrendous.
It is not a good outfit.
Do you know who that is?
Well, it said Cole Sprouse when it came up. But I only know him from Dylan and Cole from Nickelodeon. Is that what you mean?
Right, so he's from Big Daddy. That kid from Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. So Adam Sandler gave a so people recognize that little kid's face. But yeah, he grew up through Disney.
No, hold up.
What?
How outdated are we? The fact that like most people are like, oh yeah, that's Cole Sprouse. He had a hit show on Nickelodeon, and me and you are like, oh yeah, the kid from 20 years ago.
I guarantee you right now, half of our audience, if not more, is like, I know exactly who that is because of the Big Daddy picture.
You and I are super outdated.
Super outdated.
That's his reference.
I guess I am. I can't find it.
He has a ton of other references.
Well, he's on Riverdale now, which is a huge hit show.
I didn't know either.
Sorry, I don't keep up with the Sprouse brothers, dude. I'm giving them a shout out.
Hey, I'm right there with you. That's how I knew him, from Big Daddy. So
all right.
You're not alone. Some new Instagram changes are getting celebs and influencers riled up. Raquel, fill us in.
Well, Sam, starting today, some users won't see likes on pictures anymore, and it's safe to say lots of celebrities don't like this. Nicki Minaj says she'll stop using the app and is asking fans what she should do with her free time now. And it's an issue even Cardi B agrees on, saying the worst part of Instagram is actually the comments. But Kim Kardashian, with more than 150 million followers, thinks it's a good idea and will be beneficial to many younger users' mental health. So, DBL Nation, what do you think?
Thank you, Raquel. I love this. So according to the heads of Instagram, they do think this will hurt their business if they get rid of likes. But they are more worried about the mental health of the young users. And even Jack Dorsey of Twitter thinks that they're going to start doing this with Twitter. They're starting to look at their conscience is what they're doing.
Because Silicon Valley is now taking a social responsibility. And you just keep looking at Zuckerberg and saying, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Because what are likes? They're validation, let's be honest.
It is. And it's dopamine. Every time you get one, you want to look, you want to look, you want to look. Now, I agree. To me, the comments are sometimes way harsher than all the likes. But I like the idea that they're thinking through this lens.
But at least the comments you can't hide behind. I'm not even thinking about celebrities.
Well, you can. That's the thing. You can.
Right. But I'm thinking about our young kids. Most of these kids that use Instagram, they know who their followers are. They know who writes the comments. So if you were to make an asinine comment to a 6th grader, you know it's Sally from the next...
The Valley.
Sally from the Valley.
But that's the thing. You don't know
Most of these young kids, because they have private accounts and then they have to accept them. So I'm more worried about the youth who look at their buddy in class, Al, gets 64 likes and they only got 11. That really does hurt their self-esteem.
It's bad. And also, you think about all the stuff you didn't know.
What if
Jeff,
the picture's better?
You were probably a popular kid, but just think about now. All the pictures of parties that you now realize you weren't invited
FOMO.
to. Like all these things that I didn't think of. But yeah, you're a grown man now, but that would have killed me.
Killed me as
at
a kid.
13.
Yeah, but you still go through it.
You don't need to have it on social media.
Listen, you can't put up these walls and think that your child lives in a bubble forever. They have to go through hardships. They have to know that they're not.
Of course.
Yeah, popular with this group. They have to know
that in
your
person.
pumpkin carve, it sucked,
yeah,
dude.
But it sucked. But they'll know that in person. I don't think they need to have one more thing on social media.
To be judged by.
Learn that enough in school when they all find out that they went to Tori's birthday party and Jeff didn't get invited.
It was a good party.
That would really break my heart.
Yeah, it was a great party.
All right.
Sally from the Valley was there.
Really exciting news. We are 44 days away from Christmas.
Yes.
In case you were wondering. And if you're looking for some gift ideas, Oprah has unveiled her favorite things list. Can you believe it's the 23rd year she's done it? We studied the list thoroughly so you don't have to. For those that have cash to spend, there's a $900 coffee machine and a $400 margarita maker. Talk about a fancy kitchen. So what about something that we can afford? Well, the cheapest item starts at $12. It's a reusable rubber coffee cup that comes in all different colors. But check this next gift out. This one has some people scratching them heads. It's the Out and About Puffy Boots by Sorel, or Puffy Shoes rather. They look like shoes more than boots, right?
I don't know what.
Well, they cost $140.
Well, she started the UGG boot. That was on a Christmas list, and no one had ever seen it, the favorite things.
Okay, finally, there's a lot of celebrity makeup brands, but Lady Gaga was the only one to make Oprah's list. The brand, called House Laboratories, sells a holiday kit for $96.
And that's Lady Gaga's line?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she was there with her during the
Do you think that that's kind of... I don't know.
I don't think you need to help out Lady Gaga.
That's what I was. Okay,
really
I'm glad you said it. I always thought, give that to a private citizen, change somebody's life. I mean, Lady Gaga won't even
Sarah
notice.
Jessica Parker came on and did her backpack. That's one of the things. And I'm like, yo, somebody's really
mom and pop shops.
Totally
now, let me tell you, the editors will tell you got to make sure that you have about this much inventory because you need to be able to keep up with this demand if she's going to go ahead and advertise your product. So. Wow. Yeah, it can change a small business.
The flimsy coffee cup looked like a great idea.
That was terrible.
It's better than I know we need to get my candles on there. That was Arash, our producer.
Look at those things. It looks like if you bump into something, it's just going to squish and all your hot coffee's going to
It looks like something you would give Leighton. It looks like a toy.
It's rubber.
I don't want to walk around with a bright yellow coffee cup.
She likes bright pops of color.
It's better than a paper cup, but there's reusable cups that aren't embarrassing. Rainbow Bright.
It's not for you. It's not for you.
What if you were like this and you bump into somebody that squishes and...
I don't think it'll squish. It looked like pretty thick rubber.
How do you
know? Are tires squishy? No.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
A tire's not squishy.
You can't hit it and be like, whoa.
It doesn't squish. Yeah.
If it's not inflated, those aren't inflated cups.
But rubber isn't squishy.
What?
It's not squishy.
Rubber's not squishy?
Not really. There's some.
You can't push rubber?
Can we have the booth pin this conversation for the daytime Emmy?
Rubber's not squishy.
If it's paper thin, not if those look pretty thick.
No, they look like junk. Here's some junk for the holidays that you could give away. I don't know.
Coming up on DBL, an elementary school in Minnesota is fighting to get off the failing schools list. We're tracking their emotional journey next.
Welcome back to DBL. You might not know this, but before I was a teacher, I was a comedian. That didn't make any sense, so I'm going to say that again. Before I was a comedian, I was a teacher. And as a former educator, I know the reality is that in every district, there is a failing school. Minnesota's Lucy Laney Elementary has spent the past 2 decades on the state's failing schools list. Over the past year, our sister station, Care 11, documented this school's struggles to get off that list as they tried to undo history. We have a special look at their documentary. It's called Love Them First.
Welcome back. Good morning. Happy first day of school, everybody.
She makes this school like the best school in the world. This is like my favorite school. I wish I would be just like you.
You do?
Outside, it is a little like messy and it's not a super good neighborhood, but the school is the best part of the neighborhood. There might be other bad people, but this is where all the good people go.
Ever since Lucy Laney started, we've always been the bottom of the bottom of the bottom.
For the last, 18 years, we've been on the list. And what does this say?
Okay. It's based on one test, one time of the year.
Lucy Laney is now celebrating 3 consecutive years of gaining on the state's standardized tests.
Look at us now, we're smart. Like, we're very smart.
Listen, Lisa, this is everything we've ever prayed for. We're off the list. To find out that it was a mistake. It's been our challenge and our honor and our privilege to love on every child as they've come into the doors of this school, regardless of how they take a test, regardless. If we continue, we will be off the list.
Earlier, I spoke with the principal and assistant principal from the Lucy Laney Elementary on where they stand today. We're now joined by former Lucy Laney principal Maury Frieslavin and current principal Lisa Pavelak. Thank you guys for joining us here on DVL.
Thank you for having us.
Maury, you moved from the North High School, and Lisa, you took over as principal. What has that been like for both of you?
I was at Lucy Laney for 10 years and been in Minneapolis Public Schools for 24. It was difficult to say goodbye, but it was exciting to also say hello to our Pathway High School, North High. And some of my former Lucy Laney students are here as current North High students. So I get a chance to be with some of my old kids again. They're just in bigger bodies.
This is my 13th year at Lucy Laney. And so I didn't leave, but we definitely miss Mari, and she's left some very big and unique shoes to fill.
Where does Lucy Laney stand now, and what do you think it'll take to get off the failing school list?
This year, right now, is the 2019-2020 school year. The year that Love Them First was filmed was the 2017-2018 school year, so it was 2 years ago. So at the time of the filming, we had 3 years of consecutive gains that we were working to get off the list. We're now at 5 years of consecutive gains, but the list kind of comes out every 3 years. So we're on it for now, but we are definitely doing the right things. I think it's the system that we struggle with. Our teachers work so hard. Our kids work so hard. We like to say that it doesn't define us, but I think feeling like we were off and then getting back on made us realize like how much that really does impact you. We're gonna do it. We're well on the way.
That sounds great. Maury, you were obviously more than a principal to your students. They called you mom. Did you ever struggle, as I did, with putting up some kind of emotional barriers with your kids so that you were able to be close to them but also remain professional?
I was told that I was too invested. It kind of just, it wasn't sitting right with me. And there's a woman showcased in the film, and she's kind of a locally renowned child psychologist here. She said, you know, especially Mari, when you're working with students that have been disconnected or disenfranchised from our kind of systems and institutions, think especially about students of color, think especially about students that have lived in poverty. A lack of emotional investment or a lack of emotionality actually signals to them that you don't care. Mm-hmm. children, we're asking children to come in and let their guard down. And if we're not willing to let ours down and do the same, we're being hypocrites.
That was unbelievably said, and I'll never forget what you just said. I just want to thank you guys, Mari, Lisa, you guys are amazing. And for all our viewers, you can watch the entire award-winning Care 11 documentary on Amazon or at lovethemfirst.com. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Now, when it comes to financially supporting your adult kids, how much should you be helping them? Budgetologist Felicia Jones is here to discuss this on today's Dollars and Cents presented by John Hancock. Felicia, great to have you back in studio.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, Felicia, I'm going to read this quick quote because I had to look at this twice.
Okay.
I was astonished, okay, before we start. Listen to this, Felicia. 79% of parents are still helping their adult children in some financial way. But the question is, how much are they actually spending?
You know what? Parents are actually spending up to $500 billion supporting their adult children, and this is double the amount they're actually putting into retirement. So we're going to talk a lot about that today on how it's affecting them and how to get out of it.
Ooh, this is going to be a good topic for everybody.
It's a good one, and it's a little controversial.
I got 2 kids. I'm not going to support them forever, Felicia.
I know. Okay, yeah. So when it comes to supporting adult children, here's what's happening for a lot of people and our viewers. One is creating dependency issues with your kids because they probably are expecting more, and they don't know that you shouldn't be supporting them for the rest of their lives. It's also ruining the retirement income that parents are having.
Right.
Because if you're supporting your kids, that means you're not saving enough, you're not putting as much into retirement, or you're actually blowing all of your retirement not on yourself. And the other thing which was surprising is that you may later become a burden to your kids because you've spent all of your money supporting them. Now they will have to support you, and hopefully they figured out how to support themselves by that point.
Exactly, because if I'm supporting my kids my whole life, you better believe I'm moving in with them later on.
So, but don't be a burden.
You're right, you're right.
And then the last one, when it comes to like your relationships, it could be causing financial infidelity. That means a lot of parents are going behind their spouses or partners' back, supporting their kids, and this causes a lot of problems in marriages and in partnerships. So you got to watch out for that.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
So, you know, for those who are finding themselves in that situation, so here's a couple of things when it comes to stopping this if you want to.
All right, this is the important part. Listen up.
So first, you have to have the talk with your kids. Yeah, not that talk, but this talk.
Gotcha.
You got to have a money talk and be very gentle with it because not everybody's ready to have this discussion. And then when you're having the talk, have a game plan and a timeline. And stick to it. Don't budge from it. Just make sure you know what's going to happen and they understand what's going to happen.
Is this including the spouse as well as the children? Is this the talk for everybody?
It's the talk for everyone.
Okay.
Because some people are supporting their kids and their families.
Okay, gotcha.
You got to pay attention to that. And then offer to support them in different ways. You know, if they are needing a new job that pays more or if they need help finding a job, actually help them search for one, give them introductions to people that could actually work out for them. And then the ultimate goal with all of this is that we want to go from being a parent to a mentor, you know, because the best thing that we can do as parents is to be financially independent ourselves, but also teach our kids how to do that, even our adult kids.
That's a good one because you don't want to enable your children.
You
want to be a mentor, which might be hard.
Yes, exactly.
This one hit home for me, Felicia. I'm sure with a lot of people at home as well. Great job. Thank you so much. To submit your financial questions for the next Dollars and Cents, please email askmrsjones@dailyblastlive.com. And for info about life insurance and retirement planning, call John Hancock at 1-800-978-0663. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. We have something exciting coming up on the show tomorrow. Actress Kim Fields will be on the DBL panel. Yay. Of course, you know her as Tootie from The Facts of Life and so much more. We're excited to catch up with Kim and talk with her about her new holiday movie on Lifetime. I'm already fanning out.
Yes.
Which reunites the Facts of Life cast, so make sure you tune in. I can't wait for this holiday movie.
Do you know there's Christmas Con? I just
yes,
saw
of course I do.
Posted it.
I didn't know that.
Of course
I just saw
know
Jonathan
that.
Bennett. I saw it on his Instagram and I was like, why are we at Christmas Con? Why don't you send me there?
I would
meant to
die
be
to be in Christmas Con too.
Oh man.
Why isn't there a Hanukkah Con?
Start it up.
Oh, just me.
Yeah.
Get one going.
Hanacon, I'll try
come.
it. You would?
Yeah.
I don't think that
All
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
No,
We'll eat some gefilte fish.
Hanacon rolls off the tongue.
There you go.
Hanacon.
Hanacon.
Well, no, rah, rah, rah.
No, you had it.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.